सिस्टम तो पहले यूज कर रही थी, इसमें तो ठीक ही है।
Hello, am I audible now? Okay, Siddharth sir will go ahead with the technical session. I'm sorry, with the derivative session.
स्टॉप रह गया था क्या? ये कौन सा है? Hello, hi everybody. This is Siddharth Goenka. Okay, we will start the session. There was a bit of problem with the sound system. Okay, so how many attendees we have? We have 7 people: Anil, Anindo, Somadev, Sudhir, and Chinmay. Also Amitabh and Amrit Jyoti. Okay, welcome everybody. So you can start shooting off your questions, your doubts one by one. I will take your questions in a phased manner and try to explain through the PPT or through Excel or through our website as the case might be. So please start asking your questions. What do you want to learn, or what do you want to clarify your doubts regarding the derivatives? Anindu, are you hearing me? Has somebody written any questions? Okay, Amitabh has a question about details about future, but exactly what do you want to know about the future? It seems from your question that you want to understand the basics about the future. Okay, then I'll just show you about the futures, the basics part. Sorry. You see on the screen, I am having some slides about the futures contract. It talks about what is a future. Future is a standardized contract. Sorry, future is a standardized contract which is available on the stock exchange. It can be traded on the hello, hello. Yeah, we were talking about future. Future is a standardized contract which is traded on the stock exchange. It requires a settlement of the underlying. Just for example, say if you go to the NSE screen, I'll show you through the help of an example. You can go out and check any company's future. How does the future operate? You go and select the equity derivative segment. You talk about the SBI. It's a very well-known stock. Sorry. So we must have all seen what is the price of SBI in the case of stock market, in the case of the cash market. But there is also a market known as the futures market, as if wherein we can bet, we can trade as to what could be the price of SBI in future. This is the futures market wherein SBI is trading at 274 rupees 85 paisa. We are talking about the March series. In the case of futures, there are 3 series available, as you can see on the screen. Means you can bet on the price movement of SBI in the month of March, or you could bet as per your thinking that SBI will be higher or at a lower level in the month of April. Similarly, you can also bet in the month of May. So all different months will be having different prices. So SBI in the underlying market, if you want to see, you can go and click this underlying quote, get underlying quote. It will show that in the underlying market means in the that in the cash market SBI is trading at 274. But if you go back to the option, sorry, if you go back to the futures screen, in the future it is trading at 85 paisa higher. That means what? That people are expecting that on this expiry, on the 30th March, that is the last Thursday of the current month, when the futures contract expire, people are expecting SBI to be trading at a bit higher level. In the cash market, it is at 274 level. In the derivative market, that is in the futures market, when we talk about the March series, people are expecting that on this expiry, on the March expiry day, SBI will be trading at a bit higher level. So future market is a market wherein you can bet on the future price movements. The contracts are expiring on a fixed date known as the expiry date. Now what is the expiry date? This is the last Thursday of every month. And how many series are available? You can trade in any of the 3 series. For all the stocks which are into future and options, you will have the availability of 3 month series are available. And how do you trade? There is also this concept of market lot. You can see on the screen SBI market lot is having 3000 quantity. So if you trade in futures of SBI, so 274.85 into 3000 will be the amount of one contract plus the transaction taxes and whatever levies are being charged by the exchanges. But essentially, what is the exposure value of one contract? 274.85 into 3000. That is the value of one contract. So the lot size is fixed. This is known as lot size. Expiry date is fixed, and the price at which you have bet, you might have decided to go long since you are having a bullish view on the SBI stock, so you can buy SBI at 274.85 since we are expecting the SBI to close higher in the futures. So by the date, I mean to say on the day of 30th March, if your stock is say 280 rupees and you have purchased today at 274.85, then you will have a profit of 5 rupees on the expiry day. Are you understanding what I am trying to explain about the futures? You are entering into the trade at 274.85, expecting that you are expecting the stock to go higher. So in the cash market also on the expiry day the stock goes up. Similarly in the future market also the stock goes up to 280 rupees. So you can sell your position. Since you had earlier purchased a long position in the case of futures at 274.85, you can sell it at 280 in the future market. But please remember there will be huge risk because the quantity is 3000. So that is why futures are very risky, because if the profit is high then the loss can be equally higher. Futures convey an obligation to buy or sell. If you have purchased, obviously you have to sell, or if you have sold expecting the SBI stock to be lower at a future date. Suppose if you are bearish on the SBI stock, then you can decide to sell the stock at 274.85 with the expectation to buy it back at a lower price. But even if the price is not lower in the future on the expiry date or before expiry date, you still have to buy. That is why we say that it is an obligation. And it is also said that future trading is a zero-sum game, because risk to the holder is unlimited. Risk to the holder is unlimited. Whatever you buy and whatever you sell, the kind of risk you are having unlimited, the kind of profit you are having unlimited. If you are having unlimited profit, then to the loser or then to the seller of the position, he will also be having the loss as unlimited. So one person is having unlimited profit, the other person is having a unlimited loss, and vice versa. That is why we say that it is a zero-sum game. And buyer of the future contract, we call it to be a long, and seller of the contract, it is said to be short. This is about the basics of futures market. What is your next question? I hope I am able to explain you about the futures, details about the futures. Next question, please. Okay, Amitabha had a question earlier. Sorry, I could not see that time. Amitabha had a question. It means to buy a lot of SBI, I have to invest rupees 8,24,550. Yes, 3,000 is the market lot into the market price. Market price means the future price. That's the thing. But you don't have to pay the entire amount exactly. Although your contract value will be this much, 8,24,000, but you have to pay the margin money. So suppose if the stock is carrying a 25% margin, then 8,24,550 into the margin. So your broker will tell you the margin, how much margin you have to pay. Buying in cash market and sell it in the future, it is possible. Somebody has asked the question, but the name is not there. Of course it is possible, but then it would be arbitraging. If you buy in cash and sell it in future, then it is technically arbitraging. Somebody asked a question, how can one find out the breakout stock? I suppose that is the topic to be covered under the technical analysis, not in the derivatives part. Amrit Jyoti has a question, how to determine the lot size of different stocks? There is no need to determine. You can go to any stock ticker on the NSE website. You can find the stock market lot. It is not you, Amrit Jyoti, who will determine. It is the stock exchange who will determine the lot size. For example, if you go to ITC, you can see the price of ITC and the lot size itself. It will be given on the stock exchange website. This is the cash market page where we have landed up. So let us click on the get the derivatives code. You can see the market lot is 2400. So market lot is not something you will determine. You will have to determine your risk appetite. You see 281.50 into 2400. This is the exposure value of one contract. Either you are a buyer or a seller. If you buy or sell one lot, your exposure will be 281.50 into 2400. But you don't have to pay that much amount. You have to pay just the margin money. Okay, Amritjyoti? All stock in NSE. No. Somebody has a question. All stock in NSE are also available in future. It is not that. You can find on the internet that out of the 3,000 or 5,000 companies which are available in cash market, out of all those thousands of companies, only around 180 to 200 companies are available in the future options. If you want to find the list, you can find on the net. But there is just one clue. Essentially, whatever stocks are there as a part of Nifty 51, all of them are into futures also. That is a small clue. Are you getting me? All those stocks which are a part of Nifty 51 are necessarily a part of the future option segment. Anmol has a question. Sorry, Mr. Amol Diodikar. I have some old investment in stocks of CMP, say 1 lakhs. How can I use this investment for further trading? Now, old investments means what? If you are already having those stocks in the demat form, you just have to find their current market value. If it is above your, if it is more than your purchase price, then you can sell. Or if you want some decision, if you want some help, then you can ask your broker to help you out in the fundamental analysis of the stocks or technical analysis, whether you should sell it out or not. Yeah, open interest I'll cover. Just a minute. I would like to cover the topics in a phased manner. Can you please ask your question regarding the futures first, so that I don't have to come back to this topic again. Options and open interest I'll cover one by one. Is anybody having any more question on the futures? Anindu has asked a question regarding straddle and strangle. Okay, open interest is the one point in demand and options. Okay, it seems that everybody is having questions regarding options only. Then straight away we will come to options only then. Margin money. Okay, Amrit Jyoti has a question regarding margin money. We will take the help of Excel then to understand this. You see the SBI stock, which we have just done the calculation part verbally. We will now do it practically. SBI stock was 275. Just for example, this is the price in the futures. Say March futures. This is the March future price. And what is the market lot? Market lot, suppose it is say 3,000. I think it was 3,000 only. Then what is the amount? You have to do the calculation. 275 into 3,000. This is the exposure. Sorry, this is the contract value. This is the contract value actually. 8,25,000 is the contract value, but you need not pay so much. Your broker will ask to just pay the margin. So if the stock margin is say 25%, each stock is carrying a different margin. Your broker will tell you as per the exchange rules what is the margin for each and every different type of stock. So you have to pay only this much. You can pay to your broker 2,06,250 rupees. Keep this money in your trading account in your ledger, and you can go on to trade one lot. Either you are a buyer or seller. I hope the concept of margin money is clear. Margin money is nothing but it gives you exposure, isn't it? By investing only 2 lakh rupees, you are trading for the value of more than 8 lakh. That is why margin gives you the advantage of exposure. That is dangerous also. If you have some profit, then that profit will be added up in this margin money of 2,06,250 rupees. If you have some loss, that loss will be debited from this amount. That is the use of margin money. I hope this concept of margin money is clear. Mr. Amol Diodikar, I've explained the concept of margin money. Okay, you want it to be with some profit loss. Suppose you have purchased one lot at the rate of 275 with the expectation that on the expiry day you will be able to sell it at a higher price. But on expiry day, what is the price in the futures? Expiry day, the price in futures goes down to 260. Then what is the loss? Loss is 15 rupees. Now 15 rupees what? What is your actual loss? 15 rupees into one lot. Lot size is what? 3000. Sorry. Yeah, so your actual loss will be 45,000. So this 45,000, now it will be adjusted in your margin money. Now, what was earlier your margin money? Margin money you had given this much. Now in your ledger, when it will be updated on the next trading day, it will be debited. It will be debited by this loss. This will be your new margin available with the broker. Similarly, if the profit is there, profit will be added up. Say if you are having a profit of again 15 rupees, or say let us change it to 300 rupees. Now your profit will be 25 rupees. On the expiry day, you are able to sell it at a higher price. You are having a profit of 25 rupees. So your actual profit, it will be profit of 75,000. You are having a profit of 75,000, and this 75,000 will be added to your margin. I hope you are getting me. Now your new margin will be 2,81,000. This is called the M2M profit, mark to market profit or mark to market loss. Mr. Amol, it is clear? I hope I am able to make you understand. Okay, what was the earlier question of the other persons were asking? Does breakout is not effect for future trading? Breakout is the word which you use in the technical analysis. When you know the breakout, then you can act upon that breakout either in the cash market or either in the futures market. By that way, it will affect the future trading if you want it. Okay, Harpreet has a question. Pricing index features given expected dividend amount. Okay, let me take you to the presentation. You can see on the screen I have a few slides regarding the pricing of equity index futures. Herein they have given example that which will be based upon this given assumption. This example is based upon the cost of carry model. I bet you already know what is cost of carry model. When you buy a stock using the borrowed funds, there will be some cost of carry because you are carrying your position to the next month or maybe until the expiry of the current month. So you have to incur the cost, the interest for a few days. That is the cost of carry. So they have given example like Nifty futures is trading on NSE for the 3 month series, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. That is like we can talk about the month of March, April and May. The money can be borrowed at 10% per annum. Mr. Harpreet, I suppose you are following my screen. Okay. You are borrowing the money at 10% and present value of Nifty, suppose it is given as 8,000, lot size is 75. To calculate the unit of this 2 months future contract, if a company is declaring dividend of rupees 20 per share, then after 15 days of purchasing the contract and ABC weightage in the Nifty has 7% and we also have been given the market price of ABC. So what is the value of the lot? 75 into 8,000 is 6 lakh and ABC, since it has a 7% weightage in Nifty, so what will be the value of this share in the Nifty? You have to multiply the weightage by the value of Nifty, that is 6 lakhs into 7%. You get 42,000 value of the ABC. Now number of shares of ABC in the index, you have to divide this value by the number of shares. You have to divide this, you get the number of shares as 300 shares. Actually you are dividing this value by the current market price of ABC. So you get the number of shares as 300. The amount of dividend received 300 shares into 20 rupees, where it, because we have been given this data, if ABC Limited will be declaring a dividend of rupees 20 per share, that is the expected dividend, no? So if you know the number of share, you can multiply it by the expected dividend amount, you get 6,000 rupees. Now how you will be using the 6,000 rupees? Future price is equal to what? 8,000. 8,000 is what? 8,000 is the current market level of Nifty into the exponential value to the power of interest rate into the time period. Time period is what? If you are calculating the future price for 2 months, you can see on the screen future price after 2 months. It is 60 by 365. That means in this example we are calculating the future price of Nifty after 2 months. So that is why we are calculating 8,000 into the exponential sign to the power of interest rate into 60 by 365. And accordingly you will be actually taking out the value of the 300 shares of ABC. That this was your question. Of course you can take 60 by 365 as 1 by 6. You can take as per your convenience. So first, after taking this, actually when we are calculating the index future value, you have to do it in two parts. First part, you will be calculating the index futures. Second part, you will be taking out the value of the expected dividend. So 300 is the number of shares into 20. 20 is the expected dividend. Again into the exponential sign to the power of interest rate into the number of days. Number of days is 45 because although we are talking about calculating the future value of the index 2 months from now, but already 15 days has passed. After 15 days, the share is expected to give the dividend. That is why we are left with 45 days. So we will multiply the interest rate into 45, divide by 365, and again we have to divide the whole figure by 75. So you get 8060. No, it is not the intrinsic value. This should be the expected future price. If you take out the expected dividend value. In an index, there are many shares. Say in the case of Nifty, there are 51 shares or 50 shares for that matter. You can calculate each and every share value as per the dividend expected. Then you have to take it out. You have to deduct that value. Why we are going to divide the whole by 75? That's a good question. The answer to this question you have to understand. Here we are talking of taking out the value for 60 days. But here we are actually multiplying into 45 days. So we have to divide it by 75, 60 plus 15 to make it a whole figure, to make it comparable. So 8060 is the expected index future value. If you take out the value of the particular share which is going to give you dividend. Mr. Harpreet, is it clear? Okay. What was the next question? Just let me go back to the. What are the more questions? Okay, can you please mention your question once again? Anybody whose question I might have missed out? Dr. Avijit Bakshi, Harpreet, Mr. Sankarshna, Somyadeep, Sudhir, please type out your questions once again. Okay. Open interest and long and short position. Open interest. Let us go to this topic. You have been asking this topic many times. We will clarify it. Just a minute, please. Sorry. Just a minute. I'll take out the relevant material. Sorry, it is not there. Because of this advanced material. I hope it is there. Otherwise, I'll explain it through Excel. Not to worry. Great. We have here. But this example is not relevant, so I will just explain it through Excel. That will be much more easier to understand. See, basically, open interest is all about the number of outstanding positions. Open interest is basically the sum total of outstanding position. So if you have this example wherein Anindo is there, Somyadeep is also there in the market as a participant, and Sudhir is there, and Harpreet. Let us take these 4 persons who are the participants in the market. Today is suppose it's a trading day, although the date is 18th March only. 18th March. 19th March. Okay. And all these 4 persons are trading in the Nifty futures. Okay, so Anindo has purchased one lot. He has purchased one lot. Somadip has sold 2 lots. Sudhir has purchased 5 lots. And Harpreet has sold 10 lots. So everybody or anybody has sold or bought the Nifty as per his view. Somebody who is a bullish, he has gone for a long position. Somebody who is asking what is long and short position, we will be covering that along with this. Long position means if you are having a bullish view, you are going to buy the futures. If somebody is having a bearish view, expecting that Nifty will fall in the future, you can sell the futures. That is called a short position. So Somadev is having a bearish view regarding the Nifty, that on the expiry this month Nifty will fall, so he has sold 2 lots of Nifty. Similarly, Sudhir has purchased 5 lots of Nifty and Arpit has sold 10 lots of Nifty. So now what is the number of outstanding contract? What is the number of outstanding contract? Hello? Are you hearing me? Somebody is having problem regarding the background voice. Okay. What is the number of outstanding position total? Outstanding position means simply those contracts which have not been squared off. Means what? Somebody who has purchased, he has not yet sold. Somebody who has sold, he has not yet bought it back. Simply. So can you please type out your answers in the chat box? What is the number of outstanding position? It is not 6. It is not 6 at all. It is actually 18. You have got it right, Harpreet. This is the open interest. Open interest, I told you earlier, it is the summation of the total number of outstanding contract. जो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट आपने अभी तक स्क्वायर ऑफ नहीं किया है. अगर आपने परचेज किया है पहले, आपने अभी सेल करके स्क्वायर ऑफ नहीं किया, और अगर आपने पहले सेल किया और अभी तक आपने उसको बाय बैक करके नहीं स्क्वायर ऑफ किया, that is simply the thing. But this open interest can change every day, every second, every minute. It does changes actually every day. What it indicates? Okay, great. What it indicates? Just let me complete it further, then I will answer your question. What it indicates and how do we use it? This open interest can change. See, on the 19th of March, just to keep our examples simple, although the change can happen every minute, every second, it keeps on changing. But for the sake of understanding, I will take it on 2 different days. Anindo is having more bullish view. Now he is more bullish than ever on the Nifty. So he can add 10 lots more. Now his open interest is what? His open interest is particularly 11 contracts. Somadeep has purchased 1 lot. Sudhir has say sold 4 lots. Out of 5 lots, he was earlier long. Now he has gone short on 4 of them. So if you talk about open interest, net of net, this will be 11. This will be 1. This will be again 1. Sorry. This will be -1. Because earlier he had sold 2 lots, he has squared off only 1. I am hoping that you are understanding whatever I am trying to explain through Excel. Whereas Sudhir has earlier purchased 5 lots, he has sold 4 lots, so he is left with 1 lot. That is the open interest. For Harpreet, let's say he has purchased back 8 lots. Now how much lots he will be having? -2. Now what is the total open interest? That is then after the changing. After the changing, what will the open interest? That will be of course 15. Correct. Bang on target. Very nice. Now open interest is changing. But what does it indicate? Would like to understand. Let us go back to the PPT. I left some slides. Yeah. Always remember, whenever you are seeing any stock or any index futures का डेटा रिगार्डिंग द ओपन इंटरेस्ट का डेटा आपको किसके साथ देखना है? विद द करंट मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ द अंडरलाइन. मीनिंग जब आप ओपन इंटरेस्ट देखोगे, ओपन इंटरेस्ट के साथ साथ में आपको क्या देखना है? करंट मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ द अंडरलाइन. इफ द मार्केट प्राइस इज राइजिंग एंड द CMP इज ऑल्सो राइजिंग, देन व्हाट इज द इंटरप्रिटेशन? इंडिकेशन क्या है फॉर अ ट्रेडर और फॉर इन्वेस्टर? व्हाट शुड यू डू? आपको पता चलना चाहिए कि मार्केट में ये ट्रेंड स्ट्रांग है. देन मे बी यू कैन बाय इनटू द स्टॉक. यू कैन ऑल्सो राइड द वेव. आर यू गेटिंग इट? ओपन इंटरेस्ट इज द समेशन ऑफ ऑल द आउटस्टैंडिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. माइंड यू, आउटस्टैंडिंग कॉन्ट्रैक्ट का मतलब है कि हेलो देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम विद द नॉइज. हेलो, आर यू हियरिंग मी गाइस? ओके. ओपन इंटरेस्ट, ऐसे बस एक्सप्लेनिंग. ओपन इंटरेस्ट के अंदर में चूंकि हम लोग ले रहे हैं कि बायर और सेलर दोनों का डेटा रहेगा एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. मंदी खेलने वाले लोग भी हैं मार्केट में और तेजी खेलने वाले लोग भी हैं. सो देयर विल बी ऑलवेज बायर्स एंड सेलर्स. सो द नेट number is the open interest. Those who are buyers, they have not yet sold their position, or those who have sold, they have not yet purchased back their position. The net is the open interest. So if the open interest number is rising and price of underlying is also rising, then it means a strong trend in the particular counter. Like earlier example in Excel we were doing, open interest is 18, now the open interest is 15. In this case what? Open interest is falling, but suppose if the open interest was also rising, let us make it say 30, just for the sake of example. If the open interest is rising and CMP earlier was, I will just type it out, one example. CMP is 800. Now the market price is also 850. I am trying to explain the first line of this indicator table. Open interest is rising and price of underlying is rising. Both of the data you can see, earlier data and now the data is rising. So that will indicate a strong trend in the counter. That will indicate a strong trend in the counter. You can also enter the counter and ride the wave. But if the open interest is rising and the price is falling, what if the price is going below? Say it goes to 780. You can see open interest, although it has increased, but price has fallen. Now how will you indicate that it is showing that the market trend is weak? But why do you know the I mean to say, how come you can understand that the market trend is weak? What is the logic behind is that market price तो गिर रहा है ना. market price तभी गिरेगा जब market trend weak हो. open interest although बढ़ रहा है, but open interest as I told you, इसमें तेजी खेलने वाले लोग भी हैं और मंदी खेलने वाले लोग भी हैं. बट मंदी खेलने वाले लोग ज्यादा हैं, तभी तो उसका इफेक्ट आपको प्राइस पर दिख रहा है. प्राइस उसका स्टॉक का गिर रहा है. तो ओपन इंटरेस्ट ऑल्दो इंक्रीज, ओपन इंटरेस्ट 18 से बढ़ के 30 हो गया है, लेकिन मंदी खेलने वाले लोग ज्यादा है. मंदी खेलने वालों ने स्टॉक को बेच के रखा है. दे हैव नॉट येट स्क्वायर्ड ऑफ देयर पोजीशन, एंड दिस इज शोन बाय द इफेक्ट ऑफ द स्टॉक प्राइस. आर यू गेटिंग मी? मिस्टर सुधीर, ये आपका क्वेश्चन बाद में करेंगे. प्लीज फर्स्ट लेट मी एक्सप्लेन दिस थिंग. आर ऑल ऑफ यू थ्रू विद दिस फर्स्ट 2 लाइन्स? मैं आपको पहला 2 लाइन एक्सप्लेन किया हूं. ओपन इंटरेस्ट बढ़ रहा है, साथ में प्राइस बढ़ रहा है, तो उसका मार्केट ट्रेंड का मतलब क्या? स्ट्रांग है. ओपन इंटरेस्ट अगर बढ़ रहा है, साथ में प्राइस गिर रहा है, तो मार्केट ट्रेंड इज वीक. यहां तक सब लोगों को क्लियर है? तो मैं आगे बढ़ता हूं. ओके, अब ओपन इंटरेस्ट गिर रहा है और प्राइस बढ़ रहा है, यहां से कहानी में ट्विस्ट आता है। इसको कैसे एक्सप्लेन करेंगे? ओपन इंटरेस्ट गिर रहा है और प्राइस बढ़ रहा है। ओपन इंटरेस्ट अभी 18 की जगह में लेट अस मेक इट एस 10 और प्राइस 800 की जगह वापस इसको 850 बना देते हैं हम लोग। व्हाट विल इट इंडिकेट? ऑफ कोर्स मार्केट प्राइस तो बढ़ रहा है, मार्केट प्राइस बढ़ रहा है बट ओपन इंटरेस्ट गिर रहा है। दैट मीन्स तेजी खेलने वाले लोग भी है बट मंदी खेलने वाले लोग भी है, बट नेट में लोग अपना पोजीशन, चाहे वो शॉर्ट पोजीशन लिए हो चाहे वो लॉन्ग पोजीशन लिए हो, वो अपना पोजीशन को पहले के मुकाबले अभी वो कवरिंग कर रहे हैं। करेक्ट मिस्टर हरप्रीत, आपने अच्छा स्टडी किया है पहले से। दिस इज नोन एज शॉर्ट कवरिंग। पहले वो लोगों ने बेच के रखा था, तेजी वाले लोग भी थे पहले, मंदी वाले लोग भी थे, लेकिन नेट में मंदी ज्यादा थी। पहले जिन लोगों ने बेच के रखा था वो अब ऊंचे प्राइस में या जो भी प्राइस मार्केट में उसमें खरीदारी करना स्टार्ट कर दी है। तो जब भी कोई स्टॉक में या कोई इंडेक्स में ज्यादा खरीदारी आएगी, बाइंग सपोर्ट मिलेगा, तो ऑब्वियसली स्टॉक का प्राइस बढ़ जाएगा। और चूंकि मैं पहले बेचा हुआ था अब खरीद रहा हूं, तो मेरा वो पोजीशन स्क्वायर ऑफ हो जाएगा, इसलिए मेरा ओपन इंटरेस्ट गिर जा रहा है। दैट इज वाई वी विल सी कि ओपन इंटरेस्ट अगर गिर रहा है और मार्केट प्राइस बढ़ रहा है, तो दैट मीन्स इट इज शॉर्ट कवरिंग, इट इज नॉट अ गुड साइन। मार्केट में तेजी जो है दैट इज नॉट ड्यू टू फंडामेंटल फैक्टर, बट जस्ट पहले लोगों ने बेच के रखा था, अब वो लोगों ने अपना पोजीशन को वापस स्क्वायर ऑफ कर लिया है। दैट इज व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड शॉर्ट कवरिंग, दैट इज कॉल्ड अ वीक सिग्नल। So it is better not to enter into the counter when you are reading such kind of signs. I hope all of you are understanding me. इसकी लास्ट लाइन डिस्कस करते हैं। ओपन इंटरेस्ट गिर रहा है, साथ में प्राइस भी गिर रहा है। लेट अस गो बैक टू द एक्सेल एग्जांपल। ओपन इंटरेस्ट भी गिर गया एंड साथ में प्राइस भी गिर जाता है 780 रुपया। नाउ व्हाट विल यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? ओपन इंटरेस्ट भी डाउन है, साइड और प्राइस भी डाउन है। ऑफ कोर्स मार्केट में तेजी खेलने वाले लोग भी हमेशा है, मंदी खेलने वाले लोग भी हमेशा है, बट इसका क्या मतलब निकालेंगे आप? मिस्टर हरप्रीत, आप जरा बताएंगे, व्हाट डू यू अंडरस्टैंड आउट ऑफ दिस काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन? हाउ डू यू इंटरप्रेट दिस? कोई एक पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक है जिसका ओपन इंटरेस्ट भी गिर रहा है और साथ में सीएमपी भी गिर रहा है। anybody can participate? Correct. Now buying will come at a lower price. Almost the consolidation is over because open interest कम हो रहा, मतलब ही जो तेजी खेलनी थी जिन लोगों ने या मंदी खेलनी थी, सब लोगों ने अपना पोजीशन खेल कर अपना पोजीशन को स्क्वायर ऑफ कर लिया, इसलिए ओपन इंटरेस्ट कम हो गया। तो जो भी खेल कूद मचनी थी या जो भी काउंटर में एक्शन दिखना था, कहने का मतलब काउंटर में एक्शन ओवर हो गया। नेट में मंदी थी, इसलिए काउंटर का प्राइस अब जो दिख रहा है वो आपको ट्रू वैल्यू दिख रहा है। ओपन इंटरेस्ट कम हो गया, अब एक्शन कम हो गया, तो प्रॉब्ली यू कैन गेट इन फॉर अ शॉर्ट टर्म और फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म। दैट इज व्हाई इट इज सीन हियर मार्केट ट्रेंड इज स्ट्रेंथनिंग। Sorry, I'm having a bad cold. I hope this table of open interest indicator is clear to you. Please remember these points. Open interest को आप किसके साथ देखोगे? हमेशा with the current market price of the underlying. Always see open interest and CMP in tandem. Okay, you want me to repeat the last one? In the last line we were discussing what happens if the open interest is falling and along with that market price of the underlying is also falling. That would imply that everybody who had been into a buying position, I mean to say a long position या short position, जिसकी भी जो पोजीशन ली हुई थी उसमें से मैक्सिमम लोगों ने अपना पोजीशन को स्क्वायर ऑफ किया, इसलिए ओपन इंटरेस्ट कम हो गया। तो अब स्टॉक में एक्शन जितना होना था स्टॉक में एक्शन हो चुका, स्टॉक का प्राइस भी गिर गया and the consolidation phase is almost over into the stock. Now probably you can get into the stock for short term or for long term. आप इसमें बाय कर सकते हैं। मार्केट का ट्रेंड क्या है, इससे क्या पता चलता है कि मार्केट का ट्रेंड प्रोबेबिलिटी स्ट्रांग। Okay, I hope I am able to explain to you this open interest. I'm afraid you have to take out this data from the NSE website yourself and practice it. Due to the shortage of time. Okay, Sudhir has a question about long unwinding and short unwinding. Okay, long unwinding means what? मिस्टर सुधीर, जस्ट आप सोचिए कि कोई भी स्टॉक में ओपन इंटरेस्ट बढ़ा हुआ है. यहाँ से वापस एक्सेल में जाते हैं. एक्सेल में आप देख रहे हैं कि ओपन इंटरेस्ट इज 18. अभी ये बढ़ के 30 का ओपन इंटरेस्ट हो जाता है और स्टॉक का प्राइस 800 की जगह 900 रुपया हो जाता है. ठीक है, ओपन इंटरेस्ट भी बढ़ गया, मार्केट प्राइस भी बढ़ा हुआ है. तो both open interest and market price of the underlying both are rising. This is showing a strong trend. इसके बाद इसका रिवर्स क्या होगा कि ओपन इंटरेस्ट भी गिर रहा है, ओपन इंटरेस्ट भी गिर रहा है. से फ्रॉम 18 इट गोज डाउन टू 16 नहीं, इसको 12 कर देते हैं हम लोग, और मार्केट प्राइस को 750 कर देते हैं. तो दोज हु वर अर्लियर लॉन्ग दे आर नाउ अनवाइंडिंग देयर पोजीशंस. तेजी खेलने वाले लोग भी थे पहले, मंदी खेलने वाले लोग भी थे जब 18 पोजीशन थी. मतलब व्हेन अर्लियर द ओपन इंटरेस्ट वाज 18 कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स वर आउटस्टैंडिंग. अभी वो घट के 12 हो गया. तो जिन लोगों ने लिया हुआ था उन लोगों ने बेच दिया और जिन लोगों ने बेचा हुआ था उन लोगों ने ले लिया. नेट में उन्होंने अनवाइंडिंग किया, लेकिन नेट में बेचने वाले लोग ज्यादा थे इसलिए स्टॉक का प्राइस भी गिर गया. तो इसलिए इसी को हम लोग बोलेंगे लॉन्ग अनवाइंडिंग. देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड शॉर्ट अनवाइंडिंग प्लीज. शॉर्ट कवरिंग होता है, शॉर्ट अनवाइंडिंग बोल के कोई वर्ड नहीं है. आर यू गेटिंग इट मिस्टर सुधीर? लॉन्ग अनवाइंडिंग, आर यू अंडरस्टैंडिंग फ्रॉम दिस एग्जांपल? ओके, any more questions before we close the session? Sorry. Any more questions? Okay, show the NSE site once more. So there is a question regarding. We are not going to cover the option Greeks, Mr. Harpreet. This option is this session webinar is going to be about the basics. You can ask the question about Greeks when we have a session on the advanced derivatives. So there is a question regarding when future open interest price increase and price in spot, how related as different people? No, it is not like that. You must remember whatever is the price of the share in the spot market. We come back to this SBI example. SBI, you will remember in the CMP in the spot market it was 275 I think. Yeah, it was 275 and the future price it is 275.25 sorry 0.85. तो फ्यूचर प्राइस इट इज सपोज टू शो यू द मार्केट पार्टिसिपेंट्स का एक्सपेक्टेशन कि इस स्टॉक का प्राइस फ्यूचर में एक्सपायरी पर तेजी रहेगा. कितना तेजी रहेगा? 85 पैसे से तेजी रहेगा. बट एक्चुअली फ्यूचर्स के दिन मतलब एक्सपायरी के दिन करंट मार्केट प्राइस और फ्यूचर प्राइस एक लेवल पर आ जाते हैं. तो रिलेशन यही है कि futures price and the current market price they converge together at the same level. The difference is the cost of carry, na? This is the relation between the spot price and the future price. They converge because future price do not exist by its own self. They exist due to the underlying. Underlying क्या है? Underlying आपका कैश मार्केट है. वो फ्यूचर का जब फ्यूचर का ओपन इंटरेस्ट बढ़ता है, वो प्राइस अगर बढ़ जाता है तो इसका मतलब देयर इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग बाइंग. डिफरेंट पीपल है तो उससे क्या मतलब है? कैश मार्केट में भी तो एट एनी गिवन टाइम देयर आर बायर्स एंड सेलर्स, और फ्यूचर्स में भी बायर्स एंड सेलर्स है. फ्यूचर्स में जब ओपन इंटरेस्ट बढ़ रहा है, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि मोर पीपल आर एक्सपेक्टिंग दैट इन द नियर फ्यूचर the price will increase. That is why they are going for a long position. Are you getting it? And in the cash market also, people are buying. Although they are different people, but they are buying because they are also expecting in the future the stock price will increase. So as per your risk capacity, either you can go for a position in the cash market or for a position in the future market. That does not affect the open interest and the CMP ka relationship. I hope I am clear to you, Mr. Sudhir. There can be different people, but that does not mean कि there is no relationship between the two. No, advanced derivatives, of course it is within the module 1, but it is a bit of advanced. Mr. Harpreet, जो आप पूछ रहे हैं option Greeks we cover very very briefly in the ACRT. In the module 1 we cover, but it is very brief, and of course it will be difficult to explain within the given time frame. That is why I am asking you to keep this question for the advanced session. Okay, somebody was asking me show the NSE site once more. NSE site आप देखोगे. What do you want me to show in this NSE website? Hello sir जी, आपने पूछा है कि show the NSE website. Yeah, there can be a later मतलब बाद में हो सकता है कि एक एडवांस सेशन हो जो particularly आपको derivatives पर ही हो सकता है. That in I mean to say that time you can ask that question about Greeks. Yeah, hello. Somebody was asking me about the NSE website. What do you want me to show here? What menu? Your name is not showing. No, change of OI and the future price movement, it will not show here. Actually, that comes in the newspaper, or you have to find the analytics. Okay, I'll just try to show you in another way. You can go to this link, NSE India products. Just click on it. You will get the entire data. Daily reports for 17th March, that was the last trading day. Herein you must be having this open interest. Yeah, this you can get. You can see on the screen NSE open interest. आप मेरा कर्सर देख रहे हैं, NSE open interest. You can go to this link, download the data. ये आपको ट्रैक करना पड़ेगा NSE का ओपन इंटरेस्ट और प्राइस का मूवमेंट क्या हो रहा है. टीवी में कई बार वो लोग बताते हैं, न्यूज़पेपर में बताते हैं. You have to see it. Can you see on the screen NSE ओपन इंटरेस्ट? साथ में फ्यूचर प्राइस मूवमेंट का एनालिसिस किया हुआ डेटा आपको निकालना पड़ेगा ऑन द इंटरनेट. ये NSE की वेबसाइट पर पर्टिकुलरली नहीं मिलेगा. NSE की वेबसाइट पर आपको क्या मिलेगा? ओनली द ओपन इंटरेस्ट डेटा. कंपैरिजन मे बी यू कैन फाइंड ऑन द वेबसाइट ऑफ मनी कंट्रोल, और आप अपना बना सकते हो. यू कैन सी अलग अलग स्टॉक्स का ओपन इंटरेस्ट है. L&T is having a huge open interest. Similarly, Ashok Leyland is having a huge open interest. But what does it indicate? ये जानने के लिए आपको फ्यूचर प्राइस, आपको करंट मार्केट प्राइस ऑफ द अंडरलाइन वो साथ साथ में स्टडी करना पड़ेगा. तो दैट यू हैव टू कंपाइल इट ऑन योर ओन. मिस्टर अवितम, सॉरी. ओके, over a long period, over a long time period need to study for OI. No. Open interest, it is a trading tool. जैसे कि आप और हम टेक्निकल एनालिसिस यूज करते हैं फॉर शॉर्ट टर्म ट्रेडिंग, वैसे डेरिवेटिव्स इज ए सेगमेंट फॉर ट्रेडिंग. देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड लॉन्ग टाइम पीरियड इन डेरिवेटिव्स. ये तो आप एक दिन 1 घंटा का डिसीजन के लिए यूज करते हैं ओपन इंटरेस्ट को. इट्स अ टूल यूज बाय द स्मार्ट ट्रेडर्स. ट्रेडिंग के लिए 2 तरीके हैं, एक है टेक्निकल एनालिसिस, दूसरा तरीका है डेरिवेटिव्स. तो 1 घंटा में, एक दिन में, या मे बी जस्ट फॉर फ्यू डेज आपको स्ट्रेटेजी बनानी है, देन यू कैन यूज ओपन इंटरेस्ट. लॉन्ग टर्म पीरियड के लिए ये यूज नहीं किया जा सकता, बट ऑफकोर्स इट इज अ टूल विच यू कैन यूज फॉर ट्रेडिंग, एंड दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट वन. नो डाउट यू हैव टू स्टडी. Okay guys, you have any more questions before I close for the day? Hello Anindo, are you there? Are you still there with us? Sudhir, Vishnu, Somyadeep. Sudhir is a question. Open interest. Okay, you're talking about open interest. Open interest increases and price increases, but next day price falls. Okay. देखिए मिस्टर सुधीर, इसमें क्या कि एज पर लॉजिक ओपन इंटरेस्ट जब बढ़ रहा है, प्राइस भी बढ़ रहा है, तो अगला दिन हिसाब से प्राइस भी बढ़ना चाहिए. बट ऐसा क्यों नहीं होता है? बिकॉज देर आर एट एनी गिवन पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम देर आर मल्टीपल फैक्टर्स वर्किंग फॉर द मार्केट और अगेंस्ट द मार्केट. There can be lots of news, lots of fundamental economic data events which might not be favorable. So अगला दिन प्राइस गिर सकता है ना. इसलिए तो हम लोग को क्या लगाना चाहिए? स्टॉप लॉस लगा के चलना चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि ओपन इंटरेस्ट आप जान लिए तो जो आप देख रहे हो ट्रेनिंग में वैसा ही प्रैक्टिकल में होना ही चाहिए. नहीं हो सकता है. अगर नहीं हो सकता, इसलिए तो हम लोग को स्टॉप लॉस लगा के चलना चाहिए. आई होप आई एम एबल टू मेक माई पॉइंट क्लियर मिस्टर सुधीर. देयर इज नो गारंटी कि ऐसा ही होगा. There are multiple factors working in the markets. Our Indian markets are connected to the global markets. यूरोप में क्या हो रहा है या फिर यूएस में क्या हो रहा है या इंडियन गवर्नमेंट का कुछ न्यूज आ गया, उसका इफेक्ट भी पड़ता है. Sudhir has one more question, very interesting one. Day past. Just one more question. Day past, Reliance Capital open interest increases 20%, but next day it falls 5%. Okay, I think the news was, yeah, I understand. आप बोल रहे हैं कि ओपन इंटरेस्ट बढ़ गया मगर अगला दिन प्राइस गिर गया, तो अगले दिन उस काउंटर में कुछ प्रॉफिट बुकिंग हुई होगी ना. Although the news was positive, there was a recast. There was a recast at the top level. Among the senior management, there was some changes. Although the news was positive, I remember there was also this news that Reliance Capital was going to create a new health insurance company out of its general insurance company. That was a positive news fundamentally. तो ओपन इंटरेस्ट पहले बढ़ गया मगर प्राइस में तो प्रॉफिट बुकिंग आ सकती है ना, इसलिए प्राइस जो है इसलिए गिर गया. Probably that was one of the reason. Mr. Sudhir, are you hearing me? I think I've been able to explain to you the reason. Although the news was very positive for the counter, particular counter, but probably the counter was prone to the profit booking. From where you can get the latest news? You can get the latest news from our Stockage app. I hope all of you have already downloaded this Stockage app. You can get the news from there.